It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got the two teams who met in Super Bowl IV. It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got the two teams who met in Super Bowl 47. It's the Niners and the Ravens, next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the net. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
It's a rematch of Super Bowl 47, -1 Harbaugh. The Ravens and 49ers are underway. A nice little gift there to start the ball game as they will begin things at the 40-yard line. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Automatic first down.
Get on. Sit up.
Play action. It's Jackson. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, second down.
Hey, middle.
Play action. Now Jackson. And the Niners get there and bring him down. But Nick Bosa so quick on the outside, he gets in there to bring him down.
And Nick Bosa does it again. Clearly one of the most consistently disruptive defenders in the NFL. Recorded double-digit sacks in each of the last 3 seasons.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. Well, the 49ers getting ready to go on offense, and it's the Pro Bowler Brock Purdy at the helm in his 3rd NFL season now out of Iowa State.
And the great story of Brock Purdy continues. Had he been drafted in the 1st round, I think people would be singing his praises to the skies, but for whatever reason, people can't let go of the fact he's Mr. Irrelevant, and they don't give him the credit he deserves. He is not just a system quarterback. He's a guy who enhances his team. Not just along for the ride, he's the one steering the ship, and without him, their ceiling significantly drops.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Purdy. Looking deep for Jennings. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Juwan Jennings, 65 yards. And the 49ers are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. Purdy will throw for it. And that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And that's going to be short of the landing zone. It doesn't make it there, so that means the ball's going to come out to the 40. And they'll accept that penalty. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Inside handoff, Henry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They go play action with Jackson. Rolling to his left. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage. Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. And they run the option on 2nd down. And look at this. For the 2nd straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. Steps away. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Pass complete. Now race for the marker. Shifts by him. And they're able to pick up the 1st and keep possession. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now it's Jackson on the move to his left. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. 2nd quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. To throw is Jackson. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's fourth. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing.
Ready?
Throwing here, Purdy. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they work this out past the 25. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. The veteran Kyle Van Noy in there to drop him. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Oh, he fakes a spike. And that is going to wind up incomplete. So they try to hit him with something you don't see too often, but it doesn't work out. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
You are X.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he rifles one incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Nice shot. Hey, Alpha, sit hot. 180. Nice shot.
Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. In motion, the tight end. Jackson. He's got Derrick Henry again. Back-to-back catches. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have cut the lead back down to 2. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run. So much for that. They pass it, they score it.
They had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, they had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
So 8-8 our score now as he'll send this one away. And he returns this to the 22. Well, the 49ers settling in for their next drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. All tied up, 8 apiece with 2 minutes on the clock.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he tried to fit it in back over the middle, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
You. Sit on.
Here's Jackson to throw. This complete left side to Aguilar. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he'll get into the end zone. That gives his guys an 8-point lead. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
And this one fielded in the end zone. It won't be returned, so it'll come out to the 30. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw, Purdy. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
Purdy now to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And a little floater there is incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now it's Jackson. He completes it to Henry. Down the left sideline. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens go up by 2 touchdowns. In the 2nd quarter and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game. And I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
And this time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. He might have been out of gas after the long run. In any event, the try for 2 fails. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
The Ravens offense and Derrick Henry set to take over once more. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Off the option, here's Henry. And look at this, for the second straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss.
Report!
In motion, Aguilar. On 3rd down, Henry. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And it'll be intercepted. Isaac Yedem picks it. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
The first half belonged to the reigning NFL most valuable player, number 8, Lamar Jackson. He lit up the sky with 3 first-half touchdown passes as his guys.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Niners offense and Brock Purdy getting ready for this next possession. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets. And it's the 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Odafe Oweh showing off the pass rush skills.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Purdy looking to throw. Flushed out right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll go for it. Here's Purdy. He's got a man complete. And he will finally be taken down up at the 48. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They go play action here. Purdy. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he'll get it down here to the 43.
You gotta make a move.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
No, we changed it. You at X. Shut up.
Henry up the middle. Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35. Now Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Hey, middle.
Here's Jackson. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. They'll try to run for it with Henry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Throwing is Jackson, sliding out of the pocket. And he's not able to get away, sacked back at the 22. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Yeah.
3rd and goal, Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Here's Purdy. Throw left side complete. That's Mason. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. They need 12 here. It's third down. Purdy. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. Did they maybe play that too safely on third down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have fourth down to try and pick it up.
Look at the big man rumble. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 54 yards. And the Niners have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. When you're trailing in the fourth quarter, you got to take some chances you might not normally take, and here, that one pays off big time.
And you have to think to yourself, not only did that pay off big time for them, but what was going on the opposite side of the ball? They know that they have to take a chance here. They know they have to come up with something big, yet it still happens. So credit the execution, but wonder what the defense was doing.
Purdy will throw for it. That's caught. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. Past midfield, look out. Deontay Hardy. And finally, he's out of bounds, but how about that return? All the way inside the 20 and into the red zone. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Henry running right. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D. And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. The Niners offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line.
Complete to number 85, George Kittle. A gain of 13 yards. First down, 49ers.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you've often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Throwing, Purdy. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. To throw is Purdy. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
But that incompletion reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Purdy to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Throwing now is Jackson, dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And he is going to give himself up on a play that really turns out to be a disaster. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his... and get what he can.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's Jackson. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was a bit of a strain.